Go see Dog Stars. It's really good. I think so. I'm the director, and I'm not showing off. It's just simply great.
The survivors of the post-pandemic wasteland that the world has become, from the pages of Peter Heller's best-selling novel The Dog Stars, are brought to life on the big screen by veteran director Ridley Scott, telling the story of bereaved mechanic Hig, played by JACOB Elordi, and no-nonsense tough guy, Bangley, played by JOSH Brolin, best known for playing Marvel Studios' intergalactic warlord, Thanos. Hig and Bangley have to figure out life in a world with little left to offer, and Josh Brolin's interpretation of Bangley shows a man in survival mode, driven to shocking lengths that are dictated by circumstance rather than desire.
In a post-apocalyptic world, the measure of morality is wildly different because almost anything can be feasibly justified or qualified. So when you play a man whose actions by normal standards would qualify as brutality, but by apocalyptic standards would qualify as necessity, does that make for a more interesting journey of discovery and interpretation of a character for you as an actor?
Wow, what a question. That's an amazing question. Yeah, because you're looking at it from two different points of view, and then you ask yourself, you try to personalize it and say, what would I do given that situation? What would I really do? Am I made of this that's able to survive? And then you get into survival mode, so you shut down all your emotions and this idea of survival mode, and then at what point can you express yourself or relationships? So you have this contentious relationship between Bangley and Hig, and yet you start to see these kind of vulnerable cracks of Bangley when Hig says he's gonna leave. You know what I mean? So this idea of, oh, I get to resort to this brutal thing, which is a necessity now because of what's going on. But then when it comes down to it, I think on a very base human level, it's like, look, all we want ultimately is to have communal reliability and relationship.
Hello?
So what'd you do before the world ended?
There is a place that still remains. I was kissing my wife, playing with my dog, wondering every day how I got so lucky.
Award-winning director Ridley Scott takes on a different kind of drama with The Dog Stars, with classics like Alien, Gladiator, and Blade Runner in his extensive repertoire, and with an assembly of an all-star cast of actors that includes, in addition to Josh Brolin and JACOB Elordi, there is Guy Pearce, Margaret QUALLEY, and Benedict Wong. This film delves into an apocalyptic realism not far removed from real life, making the course of events that unfold all the more unsettling to watch.
Human beings have the capacity to do inexplicable things when survival instinct kicks in. And in the world of this film, everything from extreme isolation to mania to violence or even barbarism could be justified in context. So as a director, how do you go about still contextualizing good and evil for the audience, even when you've got a world where the very concept of good and evil seems idealistic rather than realistic for the people existing within it?
I'm a news hound, and my favorite newscaster is CNN. I watch it twice, 3 times a day. They cover global news. It is happening, what I just did every day, right now, somewhere in the world. Somebody is living through treacherous, terrifying anarchy, and people aren't aware of that. And so, in a way, the film, I don't want to do it because I'm trying to get people to go see the thing. Oh, it's commercial, and it's not commercial. It's a documentary, but the subtext is that this is happening, and it's gonna, the world's like a big dog with fleas on its back, and when you get annoying, it will flick us off, and we'll be gone, and it's happening. It's occurring. Don't you agree?
I do, because I do say that all the time, that when nature's fed up with us, we don't stand a chance.
Ebola breaking out right now in, and is it out of control, or have they got it under control?
It's restricted to specific regions.
Yeah, but it can leap in a heart. I was going to do a film about the Ebola virus with Judy. Yeah. I loved tackling that kind of thing when it's really there. Yeah. But in a way, the film becomes useful as, do you get it? This can happen.
The world that was doesn't exist. It's just us trying to hold on to what was. But out there, it's kill or be killed.
Your character really made me think of the COVID pandemic, because at that time there was very little discourse about the people who thrived in quarantine, because they found living in a world where all these social burdens that come with coexistence no longer applied. And then there's that point in the film where Higgs says to Bangley, you like this world, you fit into it. Do you think that having explored him, you can see that perhaps the behaviors that society categorizes as unhealthy, viewed through a particular prism of existence, are actually beneficial or optimal?
To some people. To some people, I mean, I know there was some people, I remember during COVID, some people went insane. I mean, they said, truly, like, went insane, or you kids that weren't allowed to go to school or weren't allowed to be able to banter and have communal banter and all that. And you saw that there was a negative impact on some of that. But it really depends on the personality. I was just saying earlier in an interview that, it was a 10-hour flight from California to the UK, and it was bliss. Because I'm surrounded by children all the time, and we don't have a nanny, and I'm with my kids all the time. I've been with my kids all summer, all day, and my kids never stop talking. And I love it. There's something when they talk, I'm like, don't you ever pause? Do you inhale? But at the same time, I'm loving it so much, but I don't get, so I wake up very, very early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, just to have 2.5 hours to get anything done. You know what I mean? So I say all that because I love my quiet time so much, but at the same time, there comes a point that you have to have exchange. You have to have exchange. I think it's so necessary. And I try to be a bellwether in creating that when I'm at home. I'm like, I don't need people around all the time. I know some people that can't be alone. Or I remember even mentioning, like, seeing movies alone. I love seeing movies alone. I love when those lights go down and I can be totally emotional and totally open, not just because it's dark, but there's something about that communal experience that I love. Whereas I know some people who say, I would never see a movie alone. Like, why would you see a movie alone? So it's interesting what you're talking about.
Drink up.
The film also offers us a broader commentary on the resolution of past trauma, because Haig is suffering from depression. Bangley has resorted to this almost primal singularity to his mentality. Even Darlene rages against masculinity. So having examined the story, do you think that if people find themselves in circumstances where they can shape a social existence of their own design, it will inevitably always be colored by past trauma?
I think everything will be covered by past experience. Trauma you're not going to forget. Experience you might, because that disappears gradually in the background. But trauma doesn't go away. So I was a war baby, was bombed every night in Ealing. So I have to hide under the stairs. And the incendiary bomb would come down. I got lucky, we missed the house. And then I spent from 10 years old, 1947, 52, in Germany, rebuilding Germany with my dad.
Oh my goodness.
So that doesn't go away. It's like we dropped a hydrogen bomb on Germany. We destroyed it. So that doesn't go away, that stays with you forever. So when I'm doing, sometimes it's a terrible thing to say, cherry picked from the past to put into what I'm doing. It all goes in.
The cast joined their director in London's Leicester Square for the film's world premiere, giving people a first look at life in a more than possible future. And as more audiences in London and around the world get ready to watch the film in cinemas, Ridley Scott and his leading stars are excited for them to see what they have in store in The Dog Stars.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's an experience of putting yourself in an experience that could have possibly happened, that could possibly happen in the future, of who am I when it comes down to it? Who am I at my base? And you can experience it through the mythology of the Dog Stars.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Really lovely talking to you, Mr.
Really
Brolin.
nice talking to you.
There's a new bunch in town. They're going after everything that's left.
Go see Dog Stars. It's really good. I think so. I'm the director, and I'm not showing off. It's just simply great.
Thank you so much, and lovely to meet you and speak with you.
Nice to meet you too.
Please come and see our movie, The Dog Stars. This is a part of the world that I would like to come and see. I'm from Australia, I'm from Melbourne, and I know lots of us in the Southern Hemisphere don't actually get to connect with each other. Then maybe coming and seeing this movie is a way to do that, so let's do it.
Well, I invite you to watch The Dog Stars, please do. It's an epic, apocalyptic thriller, you know, teeming with hope, looking for humanity. Come join us.
What do you expect to find? Something better than this.
The dream.